Hey mathematicians, it's JP from Geeky Teachy. Today we're going to be learning how to compare and order large numbers. I have 4 state populations here that we are going to order from least to greatest. Before we can order them, however, we need to compare them so we know which number is smallest and which number is biggest. So before we start, we're going to turn our papers 90 degrees. And we're going to create our own place value chart. So we have ones, hundreds, tens, ones, hundreds, tens, ones. So I'm only going, so I have my units, my thousands, my 1 millions, and I'm only going to go to the 1 millions because the numbers that I'm ordering only go to the 1 millions. So once I have my place value chart set up, I'm going to take these numbers and I'm going to put them in my place value chart. So we'll start with our first state, which is New Hampshire. That number is 1,359,711. We want to make sure that we have our commas separating our periods. Next we have West Virginia, and that population is 1,792,147. Next we have Idaho. That population is 1,787,065. And lastly, we have Maine. That population is 1,344,212. So when comparing, it is important to always begin in our largest place. So we're going to begin by circling our 1 millionths place and comparing those digits. If you notice, each digit is a 1. So because those digits are equal, we cannot compare them. This one is not greater than this one is not less than this one. They're equal, so we cannot compare them. So next we're going to go to our 100,000ths place and see what we can compare there. If you'll notice, I have 2 3s and 2 7s. So one of those numbers is larger and one of them is smaller. So our 3s are smaller than the 7, and because we're ordering from least to greatest, we want to start with our smallest digits. So we're going to compare these 2 3s in the 100,000ths place. Now because they're equal, we're going to have to go to the 10,000ths place to compare these digits. So we're not comparing 300,000, we're comparing 3,500,000 to 3,400,000. So we need to look and see, is 35 or 34 less? Well, 34 is less, so that means Maine is going to be our smallest population. It's going to be the least populated. So we're going to go ahead and make a table down here, a second table. So our smallest state, our first smallest, is Maine. Now that we've determined that is our smallest, we're going to eliminate it. We know that this 3 was smaller than the 7, so that's going to make New Hampshire our second. So Maine is our least populated. New Hampshire is just slightly bigger, but still smaller than West Virginia and Idaho. So we're now done with Maine and New Hampshire. So next we can go and we can compare. We just have West Virginia and Idaho left. So again, we cannot compare these 7s in the 100,000ths place, so we will have to go to the 10,000ths place. So we're comparing this 8 and this 9, or 78 compared to 79. Again, we're ordering from least to greatest, so we're looking for which number is less. So 8 is less than 9, so that means Idaho is going to be our third least populated. So we're going to eliminate Idaho, leaving just West Virginia. So Maine is our smallest, our least populated, then New Hampshire, Idaho, making West Virginia our greatest number or greatest populated state. To check our work, we can make another table. So we can take the population of Maine, 1,344,212. Then New Hampshire, 1,359,711. Then Idaho, 1,787,065. And lastly, West Virginia, 1,792,147. And we can just go through making sure that indeed our numbers are less or greater. So we can't compare in the 1 million, so we'll go to the 100,000s. These two 3s are less than the 7s. We want to make sure that this 4 is less than this 5, and that this 8 is less than this 9.